Forza Horizon 5 just had the biggest launch in Xbox Game Studios history. I want to talk about that, what it means for Xbox Game Studios, the Forza franchise, and early access. Guys, let's not waste any time and get straight into it. Forza Horizon 5 is the biggest Game Studios launch in Xbox's history. It's also the most successful launch for a Forza Horizon title as well, and I want to talk about how that compares to previous iterations. We know that Forza Horizon 3 had a lifetime player count, of more than 10 million players. Forza Horizon 4 absolutely smashed that. In 2 years, it had eclipsed more than 24 million players. And now, on launch day, again including the 4-day early access period, Forza Horizon 5 had 4.5 million players. As of the time of recording, it's just hit over 7.5 million players. I dare say that by the time the first week is done for Forza Horizon 5's lifetime, it will eclipse 8 million, which is absolutely massive, and there's no telling how much further this game will go. I think it represents the culmination of Xbox's strategy at the moment, right? Like, it is a cross-generation title. It's, it has released, on Xbox One, the Series consoles. It's also available on PC, and it's available on Xbox Cloud Gaming from launch. So that is, helping this game achieve these massive numbers, and I think it bodes really well for future Xbox Game Studios titles as well. So bravo to Playground Games. This is a tremendous achievement, and it's currently sitting as the highest rated new release title of 2021 on Metacritic. It's got 100% recommendation rating on OpenCritic as well. So from a quality perspective, Playground Games has absolutely smashed it out of the park. I want to give a huge congratulations to them, and I hope they are recognized for this achievement at the Game Awards as well. Those nominees for Game of the Year will be released this week, so fingers crossed that Playground Games can finally get the recognition that I think they definitely deserve. Moving on a bit, I want to talk about this early access period, how it helped Forza Horizon 5 achieve the great success that it has, and also what it could potentially mean for future Xbox Game Studios titles. I want to go over to a report by Video Games Chronicle. They estimate that based off the fact that to get early access to Forza Horizon 5, you either had to purchase the $100 premium edition of the game, or if you're a Game Pass subscriber, spend $45 on the premium add-on bundles, which gets you access to a bunch of things, including 2 major expansions coming in 2022 for the game. But the biggest thing was, of course, early access for the title. So VGC estimates that revenue generated from this early access period ranges between $54 million for Xbox and $118 million. Now, that is an estimation based on the 1.2 million players who were there during early access, either all buying the $100 premium edition, which wouldn't be the case, or all those early access players buying the $45 premium add-ons bundle, which wouldn't be the case. It's going to be somewhere in the middle of $54 and $118 million in revenue. I want to talk about how massive that is for Xbox, because I think this is a point that not enough people are discussing. Given that Forza is a racing game, the engine is just being iterated upon. It's not a new engine. A lot of these car models existed in previous games as well. They would have just been updated for, with the brand new engine and for the next generation of Xbox Series X and S as well. I think you can safely surmise that the budget for this wouldn't have been more than $120 million. So if we go by that logic, then it might be the case that Forza Horizon 5 would have recouped its development costs in revenue purely from early access, which would be absolutely massive. We're not even talking about revenue generated by standard edition sales for the game, or revenue generated by people signing up for Game Pass just for this title alone. I think this is something you're going to see from many more Xbox Game Studios titles moving forward. Will it be as successful as Forza Horizon 5? I don't think so, because it clearly is one of their biggest titles. Will we see Bethesda games adopt this method as well, or this strategy also? Hard to say. Xbox has been pretty clear about Bethesda still operating as its own publisher in some sense, and they're going to dictate how their games go to market, so to speak. It'll be interesting to see if Redfall and Starfield adopt this release strategy next year. I don't think you're going to see this replicated one-to-one for Halo Infinite, just because the multiplayer is separate from the campaign, and we don't yet have a clear understanding of what the campaign DLC roadmap for the game will be, whether we're going to see, sizable expansions for it moving forward. But I don't think there's anything that Microsoft or Xbox, could create that would justify a $45 premium add-ons bundle in the exact same sense that they've just done for Forza Horizon. Maybe there's something they can do with battle passes for the multiplayer suite, but then again, is that going to appeal to people who are just wanting to play campaign? I'm not sure. I would like to see them, exercise this early access period for the campaign, only just to, I suppose, fulfill my curiosity and see how it would perform. I think it would be absolutely massive. We're talking about the Halo fan base just chomping at the bit to see the next chapter in Master Chief's story after almost, or more than, 6 years after the launch of Halo 5 Guardians. So I dare say it would go absolutely off if they were to offer early access to the campaign and the story. But I just can't imagine what that premium add-ons bundle, if they were going to replicate the same strategy for Forza, would be for Halo Infinite. But I think it's something you're going to see for other first-party titles moving forward. If I look to next year, maybe it's something they do for Forza Motorsport. I don't see them doing it for Grounded's 1.0 release. And something like As Dusk Falls, a small Xbox Game Studios publishing title, I don't see it happening either. But moving forward, maybe we see something for Avowed or State of Decay 3 or Perfect Dark like way in the future. I think this market test for Forza Horizon 5 has shown Xbox that this is a very viable strategy for their different games moving forward, and I think for games that will have a comprehensive DLC roadmap, particularly in the first year, I think you'll see them lean into this, particularly for games that are very highly anticipated. So we're gonna have to wait and see on that point. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. Where do you think Forza Horizon 5's player count is going to land by the end of the year? I think it's safe to say, given the wave of people who get their consoles at Christmas and who subscribe to Game Pass off the back of even Halo as well, maybe we see it trickle over 10 million easily. It's about to hit 8 million after its first week. I don't think there's any limit to what this game does. Like I said, Forza Horizon 4 hit 24 million players after 2 years. I think it's safe to say that given just the positive sentiment around the game and the growing Game Pass number as well, that we see Forza Horizon 5 safely eclipse that in 2 years' time, potentially even less than that time as well. Again, your feedback in the comments below is greatly appreciated. I hope to be doing many more videos in the coming week. So until then, we will see you next time.